Welcome to Extraordinary Educator Television with your hosts, Mark and Danielle.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another webisode of EETV. I'm Danielle, and next to me is my amazing co-host, Mark.
Thank you, Danielle. Hello, everyone.
So today in Edu Update, we are going to be talking about curiosity and persistence.
Okay.
So, Mark, I'm curious. What do you hear or think of when you hear the word curiosity?
Curiosity to me is just taking an interest in something that maybe you don't know much about. I know that when it comes to meeting people, I'm always very curious and ask people all sorts of questions that are a little out of the norm, but I'm just curious to know how other people live and what their thoughts are and feelings are about the world. Why? What do you think of when you think of curiosity?
I've used curiosity as actually a self-help tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's allowed me to set better boundaries with friends and family. So instead of reacting right away, I use curiosity as like a buffer. Like, oh, I'm curious. Why am I frustrated with you?
Okay.
I'm curious. Okay. What is occurring right now? I'm curious. Why did you completely ignore what I asked you? You know, stuff like that. It's been very helpful.
Right.
So in today's Edu Update, we're going to talk about how curiosity and persistence seem to be the two SEL skills that are most effective with students.
I'm going to listen up then.
All right. Hi everyone, Danielle here with your Edu Update, and today I'm going to talk about social emotional skills. A recent study in 11 countries found that the two social emotional skills that are rising to the top of the pack that have a high impact on academic performance are curiosity and persistence. This is a recent article that was published in Education Week, and they surveyed 10 and 15-year-old students in 11 countries. There are different indicators that they did look at, but what they found are those two skills, curiosity, persistence. But if you think about it, it may sound like they're two ends of a spectrum, but they're actually very much interrelated. If you think about your classrooms, what students need in order to thrive in school, curiosity allows them to take a break, a pause, question, open up their brains for learning, and then persistence is the ability to push through when things might seem difficult. And where we want students to be currently is right on the edge of both. We want them to lean into learning by being curious and open to learning, and we also want them to be able to know how to push through their discomfort so their brains can form new neural pathways. Curious to hear from you. How do you cultivate curiosity and a culture of persistence in your classrooms? Please comment below, and that has been Edu Update.
The guest you see on the screen may look familiar to you because she has been on EETV before. Ellen Bernstein is a retired math teacher, a fantastic math tutor, an above-average mother, and the GOAT when it comes to getting kids excited about numbers. Mom, so happy to see you.
Happy to see you and be with you, Mark.
So
I got so much fan mail, I just couldn't keep up with it.
I bet it's overwhelming. So our audience is clamoring for another classroom gem. What can you share with us today?
Well, I am going to give you a classroom gem that is actually about the holiday time.
Okay.
And I know that you're not supposed to mix any holidays, religion with school because that is not constitutional. And in any case, I really liked celebrating the holidays, and I liked decorating my boards.
Sure.
And what I used to have is I had a tree, but it wasn't a Christmas tree. It was a geometry.
Oh,
and
I see what you did there.
My tree was so beautiful. It was shaped like a tree, because a tree is a tree, but where the decorations were only to do with math. So my tree, by the way, my tree had square roots because it was a geometry.
Oh my gosh.
And so my tree had square roots. You know, if you have time, I can show you a picture of my geometry. It was classic. We had protractors on it, compasses, we had numbers decorating it. We had rulers, we had erasers.
But would
It was-
kids bring in things to decorate the tree?
Oh, yes, the kids were they're the ones. I did not supply anything. They're the ones that added to my geometry. And it could have been a trigonometry, but we weren't that advanced.
No,
So-
no.
Maybe for the older grades, you could have a trigonometry, but I found no matter how old my students were, they loved this geometry.
So
And it
how
was-
did this benefit your students when it came to mathematics or learning math?
Well, because they appreciated the fact that there were square roots. They had isosceles triangles. They had to explain when they decorated my tree, they had to explain why that item was put on the tree. Exactly what does this have to do with math? It had to have something to do with math.
Sure.
And it was very festive and very colorful. And I think people came in from all the other classrooms to look at it.
Oh yeah, they were envious. Well, see, this is why you're the math goat.
It was called Mrs. B's Geometry.
I just love that, Mom. All right, another gem. I appreciate it so much. And maybe we can have you back on for more. How's that sound?
My pleasure, Mark, because the pay is so good. I definitely want to come back.
Yeah. People don't know that when you're a guest on the show, it pays really well.
It's really, really well.
Yeah,
Really.
you get paid per viewer. So you're going to
I'm going to
make
really
maybe a quarter.
rake it in. I'm going to rake it in.
All right. Well, thank you, Mom. This has been 90 Seconds with, and we'll see you next time.
Joy.
Well, Danielle, that wraps up another edition, another webisode of EETV, and we are approaching Thanksgiving. So real quick, what are some things that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful to be working at Curriculum Associates. I love our role. I'm thankful we get to do this. And I'm really grateful for just friends and family in my life. What about you?
It's the same things, right? Like when it comes down to it, we're all grateful for the same things. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I feel very fortunate that I work with some amazing people and do positive things in this world. So I'm filled with a lot of gratitude. And I'm glad that I work with you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Mark.
Sure.
And we're grateful for all of you who watch. We'd love to hear from you. But thank you so much for being in education. Thank you for what you do. And I hope that you feel appreciated this time of year and always.
That's right. So please remember to be you,
Be true.
be extraordinary. Happy Thanksgiving.